Scuffles have broken out between Spanish police and voters in Catalan's controversial succession referendum. Paramedics are now treating people outside polling stations who've been injured in the scuffles. Elsewhere, people are casting their ballots in some polling stations. Referendum leaders have urged Catalan voters to use passive resistance if police try to interfere with the vote. Let's go first to Carl Penhall, who is in Barcelona. And Carl, you're at the scene where we saw those scuffles earlier. Behind you, we can see an array of Spanish riot police. What's the situation now?
Well, actually, we've moved to a different location now, Martine, because that is the way that the Spanish National Police are operating right now. They're going to one polling station, trying to shut it down, meeting civil resistance and moving on. Right now, they're outside the education department, but as you can see, they are now starting to move off. And listen to the crowds there. That chant from the crowds, from the pro-secessionist voters, is "Occupation forces, get out." Remember that the Spanish National Riot Police have come from other areas of Spain to Catalonia with a specific order to crack down on this referendum. Now, earlier, a few moments ago, there were cordons, human cordons, around the door, and they dragged and pulled those people away. An ambulance was in attendance. But I'm here with a man called Joseph Lovett. He's a US-trained doctor. Joseph, what has your reaction been today? What has your reaction been?
I mean, this is a terrible thing. It's completely unfair. We are a nation. We want to vote. We will be free. They cannot do that with us. And this is completely outrageous. And I think the international community should react to that. You are decent people, you are honest people. We want our country free. They are gone. It's over.
That was Joseph Lovett. He's a US-trained doctor, but Catalan. He wanted to vote here today. And now the Spanish National Riot Police are withdrawing from this area. Let's see if we can get you a picture. These people coming up now are medics. We have seen at least one person taken away with injuries after scuffles with police. Many people standing outside the Education Ministry in tears because they weren't able to vote and because of the way that the Spanish National Riot Police came in. This just to show you the level of police presence here. We're just going through here and I'm going to show you the line. And this is a Spanish National Police flying squad, if you like, because this is one of the squads with orders to go around the city of Barcelona, coming to polling station after polling station to try and shut the referendum down. As you can see, they're now getting back into their vans. Yeah,
Carl, I just want to find out from you, as far as you're aware, has anybody been able to cast their ballot?
We do believe in a location that we were at earlier this morning, the Industrial College. Hundreds, if not thousands of people were already lined up there. We believe that at 9 o'clock in the morning, we know the ballot boxes were already there. So we do believe in some of these voting stations, voting is going ahead. Right now, as these vans are starting to move away, again, civil disobedience. Catalans are throwing up human cordons to try and stop these vans moving off to block another polling station. And again, that is leading to scuffles. We certainly haven't witnessed serious injuries right now, but at another location, we saw one man taken away on a stretcher, an elderly lady bleeding from the face. But right now, I would qualify these as scuffles because it is quite clear that the pro-secessionist supporters and voters are under a mandate to try and stay peaceful and to show civil disobedience, but not to fight. If you hear the chants now, Voters are chanting, "We will vote, we will vote." They are chanting in defiance. The only object that was thrown there was a rose that one of the voters was carrying. But otherwise, you can see the voters, the pro-secessionist supporters, standing on the other side of the street with their hands up. These are gestures of civil disobedience, defiance. They want to go and vote today, but certainly so far, they are attempting to stay peaceful. Martine?
And where you are, we've seen the Guardia Civil come in and close off that polling station. Does that mean that those people where you are now have been prevented from voting? They haven't been able to vote? And if so, what do they do next?
Right now, they have been prevented from voting. Once the riot police had pulled away the human cordon, we saw plainclothes police officers going in to the polling station and seizing what we believe were ballot papers. It seems for now that these voters cannot vote, but the Catalan government announced this morning that it was applying what it calls a universal census. And what that means is essentially that Catalans can go and vote at any voting station that still remains open. Martine?
And Carl, do we have any idea as to how many of those polling stations remain open? There were meant to be more than 2,000. We know that the police have successfully shut off many of them. So any idea as to how many locations are available for these people to cast their votes?
Well, as you say, there are 2,300 polling stations planned across the Catalonia region. That's a region roughly the size of Belgium. It is very difficult to say right now how many polling stations have been closed down for the simple reason that the police are coming to one station, moving on. They're not maintaining a permanent presence. That opens the possibility that this polling station will pop up once again, that more ballot boxes, more polling slips could be brought here, because the Catalan government, but also the pro-secessionist supporters, seem to have laid in multiple layers of contingency plans to ensure that they can vote in this referendum. A referendum which, of course, the Spanish government has called illegal, and that's why we're seeing this kind of action by the Spanish riot police, Martine.